it will not continue to be as usual. We have to start processing our staffs in this country. We air Daily Graphic. Daily Guide was Interpol deletes Ofori Atta red notice. And also on page 3 of the Daily Guide newspaper. The Obrokata Daily Guide was Russian tourist sex scandal. Protect women, don't mock them. We air Shepherd Ali. And also Eddie Assembly Eddie Etuja. Let's put personal grudges behind. We air former Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, who is now the leader of the opposition New Patriotic Party. Your friend is saying, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, they all care about unity in the MPP after elections. So see, Mumma, everybody, let's bygone the bygone. Everybody should be able to swallow whatever they've said during the campaign, and this time forge ahead and move together for unity. Because without the unity, there's not going to be any success at the end of the day. Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia.
Us from the bottom of my heart to forgive each other for some of the unpalatable things we may have said against one another during this election cycle. Let us put behind personal grudges, internal suspicions, and factional lines. Let us rebuild trust among ourselves. Let us return to the values that built this party.
We Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia in the Daily Guidance. Let's put personal grudges behind. We Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Terrorists attack Ghanaian tomato traders in Burkina Faso. And also a story during the weekend. Yenya HSA Nipa Bonifo to Ghana for Omodi tomatoes ediba Chrome Hamofri Burkina Faso. We have 3 dead in Sawam Accra Highway fuel tanker explosion. And also on the front page of the Daily Guide. The Ghanaian publisher say IOM Fidelity Bank partner to boost retainee financial inclusion. Bawumia urges forgiveness ahead of 2028 election. Cocoa farmers blast Mahama over price cut. Police arrest cybercrime suspect at Fatawu. APN, that's Africa Prosperity Network, pushes visa-free African agenda at AU Summit. Yes. And also had a new center or see cocoa farmers fume VIP. Anger bill boils as this demand price cut, reversal or Akufo-Addo price restoration. Ghana to end raw material export by 2030. We man penny His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Woman called name Kuti man penny His Excellency on this particular issue. The Adekye Ewo Ethiopia Addis Ababa.
Baraka FM is not directed at any nation. It is directed towards truth, recognition, and reconciliation. On 24th March, Ghana will host a high-level side event at the United Nations, followed by a wreath-laying ceremony at the African Burial Ground National Museum in New York. And on 25th March 2026, the International Day of Remembrance of the Victims of Slavery and the Transatlantic Slave Trade, Ghana together with co-sponsors and with the endorsement of the African Union will formally table the resolution before the General Assembly. Let me emphasize the General Assembly.
We are man His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Unfortunately, we have given you the wrong insert, but later, did that particular issue of processing our staff before it gets out of the country. We are about reparation, how we can be able to strategically place ourselves into that. Previously, what happened between African countries and the other European countries in Ghana, the idea it is to be the end of the that will end it. And like I say, looking forward, Ghana is going to host in March. Is going to host a conference. AS and Coma's strategic solutions to cocoa crisis. And MTN Calbank collects 7,020 points of blood in Save a Life drive. The new publisher, or see government chase sex video Russian man. Sam George Simmons, Putin's ambassador. Cyber kidnap bust at the Fatawu in 10 rescued and 2 arrested. Pay the cocoa farmers now. We are minority leader Honorable Alexander Finyomakin. You can be jailed for sharing Russian man sex video where cybersecurity wants public. Muntieni se mo share those videos no. Mun kan hu se police for tamoa or no be kwa no se ade a se o share on other social media handles. The daily statement was the minority leader calls on MPP to rally behind Bawumia. Police rescue 10 victims in the Fatawu estate cybercrime bust. CDM condemns government reduction of cocoa producer price. Cocoa farmers angry over 28% price cut. Bring in credible investors for Bogoso Pristia mine. Host communities urge government. Burkina terrorists attack Ghanaian traders. We Honorable Alhaji Muntaka and info ni better story. And the Daily Gist newspaper. Also, this is not fair. Cocoa farmers cry out. MPP boys fight NDC over cocoa board mess. Bawumia preaches unity in the NPP ahead of 2028 polls. OSP exposed the Inofori Atta Interpol arrest warrant. Former MMDC is to stage demo at Finance Ministry. Adekye, you see, omusika na ese emba omona esgrasha no amba nteba ne say na Dr. Abdul first and Kesala to forcing. Your Finance Minister eba ne say up to now no omunsa nka omusika ntino they are going on a demonstration. Police break kidnapping ring at the Fatawu estate. The Source newspaper. Terrorists attack Ghanaians in Burkina Faso. Reverse painful cocoa price cut. Farmers tell government. APN, Africa Prosperity Network, pushes visa-free African agenda at the 39th AU Summit. Rising food prices, 71% of Ghanaians worried. We IEA. Interpol dribbles OSP, drops Ofori Atta red notice alerts. The Supreme newspaper, or say then JGS Resources Executives risk jail over alleged breach of court ordered asset freeze. Bawumia advocates reconciliation, says Ghana must rise above political score settling. Obuo hails Bawumia's decisive win, calls for party unity ahead of 2028 election. Yes, Bunsa leader push for stronger representation in Accra. Yes, someone said Dr. Clement Apak no mukano. Ono the MP for Bunsa South. Yes, MIIFI's co-investment forum in the sub-region. Broken promises, empty pockets. Farmers demand reversal of painful cocoa price reduction. The Informer newspaper, the MPP NDC break bones over cocoa politics. Election 2028, Bawumia calls for unity, hard work, says road ahead is tough. Ofori Atta red alert remover. We are guided by law, evidence. We are OSP. And this is somebody to ja. Honorable Inusa Fuseni about governance issues are Oditujwa for people who were calling majority leader and his team who were calling for the annulment of the Ayawasu East election by election. The Electoral
Commission. So we are looking at the institution here. Okay, so we fought viciously everything in court. So if you have reasons to believe that the elections was tainted by fraud, the only way that you can pretend, in our view, the only basis upon which you can obtain the results is to go to court. Because it's a prima facie. I mean, the evidence decree section 23, the prima facie, or even a presumption, rebuttable as it is, that things were done rightly. Two, governance issue. You see, you have a state institution established for the purposes of supervising internal and for the purposes of conducting public elections. And a system, because there's an injunction in the constitution that says that political parties must run their processes in accordance with the democratic principles. And that includes respecting state institutions, the decisions of state institutions. Now, so you will find that if the party says, I want to annul, they do to to the credibility, integrity of the Electoral Commission? What does it do to that? It's a governance issue. So it's a broader governance issue that we can talk about. So we said that, so you have to overcome that. And to be honest with you, I don't think that we can deal with impunity by acting with impunity. So they also did that acted with impunity. There must be a sound legal foundation for announcing the results. And so that was what we came to. The second thing we came to is that we looked at the constitution of the NDC. The nearest to the invocation of a power of the party to annul or deal with a situation like what occurred in this constituency was a referral of the matter to the National Executive Committee. Because the Constitution provides that where a matter is not provided in the Constitution, the National Executive Committee can provide for the matter and the way it should be dealt with. That was the nearest. Because we didn't find any entry in the Constitution, any provision in the Constitution that gave the... And I understand perfectly. I understand from governance perspective that probably it is because of the very nature of elections and the consequences of our environment. Then we said, there are political issues too that you must consider. You must consider whether or not the party wants to contest the...
We Honorable Alhaji Inusa Fuseni, former MP, or Kase, the echoes were internal NDC in there. People have issues, but for it to be legally, friends saying attain there and there, the whoever have issues should go to courts. And again, the election, whatever happens at the election grounds, has nothing to do with actually what transpired in terms of the voting. And also on the legal basis in there, people will have all their issues. But in terms of being able to annul the election is something else. Africa must pursue reparation with fortitude. Where Mahama tells AU conference, danger, drug consumption consumes SHS student. And also George Opare. The National Voice newspaper also see the broken promises, empty pockets. Cocoa farmers revolt over price slash. Demand reversal of painful cocoa price reduction. Bawumia appeals for calm unity at MPP Thanksgiving service. Amin Adams slams Mahama NDC over cocoa price crisis, dollar mismanagement. A friend saying the Business Weekly or see cocoa on the brink. Ghana's growth slows to 4.2% in the November as industry falters. We a government statistician, yes, Dr. Al Hassan. Trade finance ministers engage cocoa processors on value addition and sector reforms. CD weakness and rising global oil price push fuel cost higher from February 16. The Daily Searchlight in Sweden, Lojokuku South Circuit are winners of keenly contested Ga language competition. Hey, Ga language competition, wow. And yeah, outrage, Ghana chases Russian national over non-consensual sexual videos. The woman in the Russian video saga are not cheap. We Isifu Ali condemns victim sharing some more. No see first economic hardship near this about Emma Nkofu SID. Rashid Purple strengthens Ghana-Turkey cooperation at the Global Child Labor Conference in Morocco. Yes, Minister of Employment, yes, or Morocco, you can say. Bawumia was badly shocked by Ken Ajapon's remarks. Chairman Mafu, the Metro Lens, also then, Soini support 5,000 women with 1 million Ghana cedi in Tamale North. Hey, Honorable Alhaji Soini, why you in 5,000 in this Kakitwao. Akufo-Addo unveil Dr. J.B. Dankwa statue in hometown at the Adedintiam. Hey, I hope I mentioned it right. Akim Kotoku overlord elevate new Isohini to Obrimpong. HIA, National Health Insurance, pays over 392 million Ghana cedi in the National Health Insurance claims. And also, our BNFT newspaper, my dear newspaper, the business newspaper. Yes, if you mean business, this is the newspaper you always have to make sure you grab it and read the articles. Yes, it might lead you to strategic investors. BNFT newspaper, see them. MIIF CEO champions the risking and collaboration at mining Indaba 2026. 24-hour economy. AGI demands protection for local manufacturers. Says unfair competition could derail its success. Cost consumers' preference put price import high. Finance Minister backs Ghana ISP Seco Semi-Drive. That is the business newspaper. The Meridian newspaper was saying, we've never seen this before. Cocoa farmers rail as government cut cocoa price by 28% mid-season. Bawumia edges calm, warns against politics of revenge. Daily Democrat MIIF CEO champions the risking and collaboration on African mining Indaba 2026. The base emerges as third force in Ghana politics. Third force. Women issues are development issues. Africa must act now. We man His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. We must speak with one voice, one reparatory justice. President Mahama. That is Asumutujwa. Katamanso Ajin with family declares Afote Agbo installation invalid. Reset customary authority. Hey, that's a The Ghanaian Times newspaper said at the 39th General Assembly of AU, press for reparatory justice. President Mahama. 3 dead, dozen injured in the eastern region following twin road crashes. Yabamodian saying Sabeka, the firemen at Suhum, to update us on what is happening so far. Ghana Health Service Director General, honestly, then task scientists to uncover causes of meningitis outbreak. Because last year the same thing happened. It started from the northern region, almost the entire country. Now early this year, so you see meningitis. So as the Ghana Health Service DG Director General say your doctors, your scientists, what is happening with regards to meningitis. The full detail of the story, you can find it in Ghanaian Times page 13. Executive Chairman of Santua Group urges Chinese investors to uphold ethics, strengthen Ghana-China trade ties. The Chronicle newspaper see land guard on rampage in Ada, attack construction workers, rob them of their phones. Hey, IGP, so you know who? Is becoming unbecoming. Farmers unhappy over cocoa price reduction. MIIF target investor from sub-region. Police bust alleged cybercrime syndicate at the Fatawu estate. The New Crusading Guide. Or see, farmers go wild. Tuba irrigation land sold to land guards estate developer. Hey, Assembly. The full detail of the story is at on page 10. This is not fair. Angry farmers decree devastating blow to livelihood. That's a New Crusading Guide. Also, no more friends or pastors. Law lecturer exposes the toxic herding effect that cripple Ghana's banks. Historical and customary manifesto of the Ni Ajin with family of Katamanso. Host communities demand new investors. Bawumia urges political restraint, warn against retribution in new patriotic party address. Obo congratulates Bawumia for victory. The graphic business, Cocoa links farm gates price to global rate. Government set 50% cocoa processing rule. Page 2 of the newspaper. Mobile Money Limited takes spotlight with fetish leadership, with fintech leadership recognition. True cost of sacking coaches. Lessons for Kotoko Hearts and GFA from football expensive habits. Graphic sports also Eddie the also friends in Kotoko ni friends in Accra Hasselfolk. Kudu 6 specialist treatment in Amsterdam. Or injury now. Heart silence Kotoko. Fire warning shot. Hey. Saminu blast to 60 millimeter record. Ghana sprinters ignite Scott Invitational. Sports is a media. All right. Now the next thing is the exclusive. Greater Accra begins poultry jobs program. Mumayanko na yankuti the Honorable Alhaji Inusa Fuseni Osaka Ebium about Honorable Baba Jamal ni victory in the Ayawaso internal primary that was held by the NDC.
Parliament as a body, the presidency as head of government took a stance against what happened over there. This is the first time ever that a political party that the sole authorizing act of a political party, in this case to allow an election, can have political force. But we must also, as persons or as a body, establish that force, political force, on a legal, rational basis. It also must have a legal, rational, invite many other problems. So, I found as a fact that 4 of the 5 candidates in Ayawaso distributed in the contest, in case of moved. Okay, one of his
we are Honorable Alhaji Inusa Fuseni. Yes, on legal brain for someone to mukasa dia ande. So be a sign. Maybe in show. On you say, your friend is saying, World Condom Day. World Condom Day. Ekoso krumha. Embra ye celebrity Valentine. And intinum Ace Commission. Omayiro mo ena omodi tuja. For statistics any the ekoso about the infection and how devastating this issue of transmission. Koso ewo ye kroma. Mama yanko na yankotie Mr. Emmanuel on 8 statistics are audit to during the weekends as people were having their Valentine, reminding them say munye very 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 careful with your health. And yes, after the enjoyment, you know, uko tam yare di badia and the one wara. Mama yantino
Ghana 2024 estimates, the first 95 no, Yegina 68. That was over the second 95 no, so Yegina 69, and then the third 95 no, Yegina 90. The person actually say the whole Ghana national population no, they say Obia or HIV biano. The person you status 95% of the more HIV. The person you status so be a positive and that's a real. I would say you positive as positive also. 95%. The person be able to do so. HIV do so. And a third one also. The person be able to do so. No viral load so abba from until the end target HIV.
Yo, it's here for we Mr. Emmanuel Okasa with regards to the Ghana AIDS statistics are already to job. But someone him said the call so during the weekend about the accident I see in Sawam Suhum stretch. Do I'm saying nipa 9 so far what we had. Now firemen who were on the ground to be able to save the situation. Cecilia Nyankupa Adom Yensaka, one of them on the line. And the airbedi and Komo no my update with regards to that issue. Muma ye enko ahumano so. Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, boss.
Pacho bibiabo kodie.
Yes, you are doing muswe.
Yo, Pacho anka uma full name na yentu aso.
Pacho me bo me full name na.
Yes.
Okay, ADU1 akono
Okay. AD1 Akon. All right. Now I didn't catch you about the Ekoso, the unfortunate incident.
Okay. In the form of advice.
Yes, please.
What happened?
Yeah. Oh, Baraka FM so live.
Okay. Good. You better than me say and that's what the enquiry. Now, if you make so na me chia motive for name shefu na say and then so
Baraka FM.
yeah, none will trim when any answer on the 14th February 2026. A distress call in our station, Sunfa station, reporting an accident involving a fuel tanker at Fatawu Church. So we dispatched our men to the scene. On their way to the scene, they had a call that it's a fuel tanker, so they should be on a faster route to reach the scene. Immediately getting to the scene, they had another call from one of our officers who stays around, and he says that now it's not only the spillage, but it has exploded and Adekye Abba, so it has affected the fuel tanker and other 5 cars and 3 motorcycles, and it is burning and fire was in progress. So they got there, the crew got there, and also looking at the tendency of the fire, they called for Pom 2 from Bunsu Fire Station to assist them in the extinguishing of the fire. So God being so good, they came on time to help the men on ground, which is the base pump from Bunsu Fire Station. So they were able to extinguish most of the fires to bring under control. So through our investigation, we found out that 3 people were totally burnt during the fire. One was trapped in a saloon car which was closer to the tanker. And on so many free move. And nipa mienu and so ana me did said now more paying fuel tanker now at that moment. I'm sure they were siphoning some of the fuel.
Oh my God.
And then I'm so nipa mienu so a free move that particular time. And then I'm so Adekye, other people also got injured. So we took all the casualties to the Nhyira government hospital for treatment. Information from the Smooth ambulance service was that they took 12 casualties to the hospital. We also made a follow-up to the hospital to see the casualties and the number of male and the number of females who were involved in the accident or in the incident. So we were able to record 9 males and 3 females. That was what the hospital gave us.
Okay.
And also, at that moment, the hospital said due to the critical and the serious injuries that some of them have acquired, they transferred most of them to the Kufudia Regional Hospital for treatment. So they transferred 10. That moment they transferred 8, but later on transferred another to the hospital for treatment. So we came back again to the scene to make sure that fire will be finally extinguished before we clear the bridge and other things and clear the road for purpose for other important users of the road. The Ghana National Fire Service, the police service were there, Nhyira police was there, Suhum police was there, in addition with reinforcements from TB police who were also present in protection of the incident and also the officers around. And so that was what happened. That was last Saturday, being a Valentine Day. Adofwoda na and also they are whole Sokobaye.
Now, what may establish the cause of the accident?
Good. The cause of the accident immediately, unfortunately, they called us that there is accident which has occurred, a tanker, and there's a spillage, so we should run to the scene. So on our way to the scene, we had a call that now it's not spillage, but it's explosion of fire fuel tanker.
Okay.
So from our investigations, and we are still under investigations, but from an eyewitness who was there as immediately the incident happened, revealed to me that the people around were siphoning the fuel. So I'm sure due to the tendency of the fuel and the content within, whenever there is a little spark, it is highly inflammable. So others were coming there with a lot of containers and other things to siphon some of the fuel. And also I was told a driver wanted to pass by because he was running to he was an emergency to Nkoko. So he was rather trying to say obetini a maneuver and pass the way where the place. So when he saw that the place is overheated, due to that, he said obo brake. So I'm sure the brake no boy in that tone because the fuel was running over the road. I know there be a tone, I mean a small heat. Because whenever there is fire, anyone may enter energy ejaba.
Yeah.
Fuel, oxygen, and what? Heat. So the heat nearby and so maybe a Adekye ekobaye. It could be from that source. And also beer. Now they were saying say other guys and I say other people now will siphon fuel were using containers, silver containers, and it was dragging on the road. That one can also cause the explosion.
Hey, officer, infoni kwa when you see on Facebook so an very terrible. The old can I say it was your room hapao. Because if you see how people are siphoning, yes, we have it on the live on Baraka 90.7 FM as we are speaking to you now.
It is very serious.
It's very, very serious.
Actually, barely a month we attended the same incident at Okanta, and also this happened on the 14th of February. Last month happened on the 19th of January. Barely a month, and it's just a stone throw from signboard. The next town is Okanta. This very one happened at Okanta, and this also happened at signboard. That same stretch, we were able to advise those that came on Okanta that same incident that they should move away and allow the Ghana National Fire Service to perform their duty or to perform their task. They were not. And also I don't know how things happen whenever there is a falling tanker or something like that. Instead of the civilians or the people within that community to move away, they are rather rushing and trying to siphon most of the fuel. And
they are not even there to say, oh, let's see if you can help. Maybe there's a life or there's a human being somewhere if we can assist. They are just interested in siphoning.
They are interested on the siphoning of the fuel, but they don't think about their lives. They don't think about their lives and their properties that they are with. They don't think about how come I'm going to survive within this. There have been a lot of videos within nationwide, across Ghana, wherever. There was an unnecessary incident at Techiman. People lost their life. A lot of people got burned and they died. It's not that the more advice say, then let's advise ourselves. And anytime there is a falling tanker, people rush to the scene to siphon the fuel, rather calling the Ghana National Fire Service for assistance. They don't do that. But later, they try to siphon most of the fuel. When it escalates and it is beyond their control, then they try to call the Ghana National Fire Service for assistance, which is not a good habit. But we are advising the general public to stay away from all this. Our national headquarters, our regional headquarters, and the municipal and the district also are always on their toes to educate the public. We go to communities, schools, churches, stores, and other transport operators to advise on things on how to protect themselves and the preparedness towards fire safety and how to protect themselves when there is a fire outbreak or whenever they are in trouble in terms of fire outbreak. We advise and we give education, but still a lot of people have also decided that and now the other one that happened last month, God being so good, there was no explosion. But this recently one, there was an explosion that people have lost their lives and others are also seriously injured and they are in the hospital, various hospitals receiving treatment.
Wow. So looking at, I'm just watching the video and I'm just so much, I don't know what's really happening in our country. Very, very serious. Very, very serious.
Very, very serious. Very, very serious.
The place is filled up and the people were just interested in just, hey God.
Yes.
So normally when it's happening like that, how does that interfere with your work?
Yeah, it's creating a lot of obstacles because let me chip in this. When we were there, one of the area guys used a stick to hit one of our officers because he was not allowing him to go and siphon the fuel. So he was hurt during that moment. So when it happens like that, we find it very difficult as Ghana National Fire Service to perform our duty or to perform our task. Because whenever we get to incidents like this, we have been trained and we know much idea on how to go by it. We don't just go and stand there and look at it just like that. No, our mandate is to protect lives and properties. So we are there to make sure to protect the lives of the people and also to protect the properties around that particular place. But whenever it happens, like they are giving us troubles, not allowing us, fighting us, throwing stones, throwing a lot of things to us, insulting a whole lot of things, it makes our work very difficult for us to perform our task. So we are pleading to the general public. This is the second time same thing is happening at that same stretch, that same point. We are pleading. We are also pleading that in time this will call for emergency awareness that whenever there is an incident like that, they shouldn't rush to the scene, but rather call on the Ghana National Fire Service to come and help solve the problem.
I believe the education must continue because where we have gotten to, and BBC I say dream say betimi saving nipa nkwa and say more challenge no na the dream. We are rather coming to either take the person's money or the person's whatever nipa nanka obehia yemwa no na enu nyadia ya dream kra ekoso no. It's really unfortunate.
I can't remember last 2 years same incident happened at Obretima towards Apeja Junction. I had a call and I rushed to the scene. It was involving a VIP bus and a tanker. So all the attention was on the fuel siphoning. But not knowing VIP also Asanko Fofi Kumase to Accra. Over prayer pass, a prayer.
Baraka FM.
When we got there as Ghana National Fire Service, we were calling for help. So we called for JB Fire Station to come and assist us. It means any because you penko for a boy and cry, the panel, your education, but the attention was on the fuel. So we find it stretchy. So we have been attending a lot of cases. It being a fuel, it be a gas, it be a lot of things because the crime ways serve a lot of purpose to other areas within the country. So a name who do offer support. And who do offer support, a man higher power. But basically, Miss Andy Wickham, and Miss Ambo, and I to an among Echo Regional Hospital,
okay,
Echo Share.
Omo idea omko
ono. Ampa me call yesi nipa edu and nipa 10 and edomoba I sabia wa omo critical condition. Na mi bisa na esamre no me no ka say nipa miensa de omo so afirma ka won esi no. Yes. Omo afirma emma obaba ko emema mienu. And so it's an film. One I make a show more to on so no sebi omo prapa na omo inara awro ya benezi anye yize ebi kra nti min kasa ebi kra so echeze anye yize ndra ne ma make share no na ano den ni na ye se ne be bitima boa ne dia fa so atufo nenso demufo no ebi mu aya so bright side to the sense o ka share ontie dia opa e dia obenya bibi kakra bedi ene ne obetini nya to the bottom nenso fu na akosesa no o de koye den asema to bi den akwakoye nti we nam so ma say aka nipa 7 na me no ka say omo regional hospital omo jaya hwe enkola mienu ewum enkola mienu a omo age no endru more than 15 years maybe 14 years down enkola mienu omo na sebi omo ma me no so ho kan ono no emu edika free mo jankola no ena ebi mu so receive treatment say aka oba ba ko ene mema 4 me kwala nka ho 2 akọ nipa 7 na omo receive treatment ye bom pa ese yakopon enka omo na omo ma modin omo fantina say eni enyan ye desre na ye
especially ewura fifu from me asemo
good afie sha see die yesu home fire station ye dijuma pa ya accident ahodo say na say one on one see accident no a door so saying fire no ani na say leko no so be empra na obi actually nkwa ye besere na ye na etutu yonfo na ya boa ya ho na ya die ho afisa we anyway ne nsema ekoso ye mo ase.
Yedasi officer ADO1 Akono Opare Daniel I bring Sohum Municipal PRO Ghana National Fire Service Mubojuma pa last weekend unfortunate incident is here update and odima say there 7 now maka Kofudua hospital they are in critical condition pa na 3 there say there omefrim na we nyina no e there say nya hwe title yetimamfo no say BBC is here ebetimi ato nyina. We rather have to call on the security agencies, the National Fire Service, ambulance, and then the police service. No one beboa. Ebia. Omo de kan eba ntema ombetimi asave enkwa. Ba nye se ebia ye de enye no na adwin o. Enye si ya ekosisafo friend say fuel. Na mo hwe video na edit to eja no kra na. I don't know say ebia e de na ama ya bedu bibia ya bedu. In fact, it's really something that I will say enya hwe ho officer ye da wase ene esada firemen mutimi yire ho ejuma because esana you obstruct them from working omutimi nye ejuma no because when people do a dom pa ombedu ho a amode fuel na fuel a wusin kwa wan hwe na wo so no bibi anase jane bi because petrol very very terrible. Very terrible. Intino yesre. You share video Baraka FM 98.7 FM yedi etrem. Ebim kwa de na omu kuntokwa. Omu kuntokwa. We etwi na wesu twi. Fagalo no mami wesu fagalo no mami. Che se opre se okosa. Aden so ewu e danger. E na motorbike fo so amoso o mabegina ho. Ade nyina no asemo. Yo maybe I don't know. Intino yesre say nyina nya hwe enye very careful with some of these incidents. Intino yet also na yeside the AIDS Commission HIV issues are during the weekend for instance World Condom Day. Omri to Jan mama yankwane nkoti Mr. Ernest okasa about HIV and then AIDS and how duduona ese yentimi embomodiana yen testi omona yenho omo status mama yenko na yenkoti na yeba na yasato aso with the newspaper review segment yesa kai mu se ene ya ho no de obe free Accra na waba na yenini adi enkomo efa a friend is saying preparation towards the Ramadan. Yes, Ramadan. Into no man the president, National HIV Network, Mr. Ernest Amwabing.
National Condom Day. Now, the only say, one time they do a before days also the bring. Now, they reaching last year, now you starting here. Your campaign on Valentine's Day, and this year, yes, I Valentine's Day campaign. The thing is, this will be a sa and kind say, Uno Bukushim na one born who buy ubetumi enya infections be brain HIV and AIDS.
Esa watina Russia ewu debi just say or percent or infecting for bebre and African so na why na adwin say or because oko Senegal se Kenya wansa na or be pre Ghana ha na media mi bisa emre bia ne say ye nyina say mi wa ha e bia na mi pese mi tu kwan kwa amanone a me sure say they would have to trace and find out what did I do other countries that I visited prior to the country that me ura no na e ba ne say na ha oba no o man timi anye sa nhwehwe mu na waba nso no a BBC ni kwa de we free krom ha wi afi na asem no PPA ye de ho komo da bi ntimi de me fo so pa se Honorable Sam George ni asem was already court or be bombodian say we invited the Russian ambassador no be yi no I think it's appropriate o ye nyina re say bombodian na ye mfa adwini ye man ni support ye man absolute support na omontimi because enya de fair kra dudu na bakwa meeting no say on kwa de no ya awarefo but I was spending 10 minutes to 50 minutes is any papa no ewo hotel mu na the ABC ne say aware for say business kwa na mo does it have to be in the hotel see no ye kai o si ne kunu si aware ne de ende so atwa whether mo nkwala mo nkwala ono de aware ne de because of this incident. So just imagine the number of people that this guy has taken advantage of. Say yemba no so no. I don't know. Say sika say dem. At least intimi share ho so kakra. Ye nyina ye perfect there, but bibi say there, at least you be able to hold yourself a bit. Omo escape here. I watch those videos so. Ba kokra there all can say onu kwa de ho video no say ye na nka onu so akoka ho because or share the same guy when she was entering a friend saying a restaurant and on chance say hey fine lady how are you no or engaging you know ka say oh and can person me ni upiu and on ka say debi because on nim ni baby o free why introduce you but on mum no our bisa lady no. How can someone come to our country and know that he has come here for education, he has come here to come and invest, he has come here to do anything? Debbie, he just came to come and sleep with our women. I don't know why our women have become so cheap like that. Mini. You are by a crowd. My ebia. Social media for the ebia trending issues. Kono. Obeti my updates. Efa ebane sene that be na oba any day. Oba be okrumha. Madu duahina. Ono sepa kwase me. I don't even believe. I don't want to even believe. Say do na on your mother. I don't want to believe that. But anyway, say anya hwim de antimi confirm me. You know about Fredos I crowd. Fredos I say.
Pacho me hu ye.
Bibia boko de.
Pacho ni.
Na Russian ya brante ni hu na efe anase de. Anase oye white man ntina. Say me.
Yo de di ka me din cha kese be ma baraka efe me telephone no. Sa Russian ya brante ni.
Baraka FM.
Videos ni ye pa. According to ladies now mo ye victims ni be mo ba out be kasa ye no. E wo mu se o approach o mo kasa ye ba oni o mo anda.
Sir.
Yes. Bebre na see videos no ye editing. Enye ni nyina nso no post here. According to our for na waka no ho asem no see no. O si oye real estate ejuma. Yeah. Na oni ni boss crampo na omukọ honom na ogina on Russian guy no guy no beto no. Ana obisa ni din, obisa ni age na okan, obisa na ejuma be na oye na okan. Nti okan ejuma no ansa na oka se o ono kra opedan arenti na
Baraka FM.
to man ni number na on friend no omo ka business ho asem nti o friend no o si later kra no friend no se on bra no omo ka business no asem eno na ede ne ko ho no o kon kro ka che ne boss krampo se ha wa monya client nti o ko ho no nti o so o ko e no omo hotel okay nti o se omo kasa na ase guy no status osusoso no mu ha no ka chen so on person nti ho no ma gidigidi na girl no so oba abeko nti no o ma no transportation because a business na dey ne ba nti samba so dia o ma no transportation no ko no o ma no 200 cedis nti o so no krampo no e ban o kon po friend boss no po ka chen so ko ni say na guy ni ye na ne madam no krampo si sa bro o
ba na o kana nti ono na ekremoni no
ono a ne boss krampo ka chen sa bro foni bi o se bi o mu ni nyansa nti ono krampo no mu si on fa ne boss ne mbra no mbra out no be kasa se ne be nkrofo be ginedi
because see na ware no kwa akoda
ne ha o si ni kunu krampo so on be jai aware
Madam Fatawu. Same way everybody be say you go explain no evidence. The videos are there and he has the guy has a private Telegram channel that he's selling all ton videos you pay a sum of money before you be added access. So he have the accessible one mimi hu here so I went there and saw the ones that he was talking to them and he no on your mark hotel no and sound
the hotel back one I said hotel ahodo
I think hotel now ordinary call no e wo Accra more that side okay it you know most of the ladies no share more inside outside of them no your mark okay but Mr. Fatai, how will you see someone that day or see follow me no e dey chi their call hotel inside and you come and tell us this story. Married woman who call there a hotel.
There is no business for say you man ho here no. And me I don't want to stretch it because e bit me see obi aso. But pass a business somebody me attend about I can not necessarily say mbɛ enter because you a married woman
ọba nankasa no wan dream sa so no nipa ne so opedan na rent ono so ene dwuma oye
fine say opedan wa
ọba na dream sa me ne nya
me ba say opedan kwa na parent na say bia wo na obekye na say anka wo mfa no nko edan na wo no I don't know whether you get the import of where I'm dragging the issues because who on now or my rent and also baby or one expensive into anka appropriately no you should have rather invited him to your facility no because if you have the video pictures at channel I bet say you would have done not only kwa no because sell no pedal what I know so any idea movable
yes
but me move it to a location
so how do you move to the person's location rather
yes nti eno no de na ka no beti be so hwe ono afili
ana guy na nka se nya Ghana nko na oyesa
enne me ka no say mufti ka say or ade a exactly enne ma me hu say ade a wa bium and I say they ka no like he has a lot of experience in doing that.
Kenya there is one incident church wa ko church ni mu ni oba ne kasa church ni mu pastor no cry ka say oba ne ye me ba no see oh your daughter finally once say oye before and after no oba no aba ni hotel no mu so that guy
just feel sorry now ko anytime one go sorry but say
the ladies need be see on edit videos no fa full videos no embe to
them say in the son of no
Mr. Fatawu,
what is
Baraka FM?
This lady in issue no videos in Kenya. There is one particular lady, and I know the only client guy no offer. She stood on her ground. Actually say uncle, and the client guy no Emma no the card say oh you can contact me later. There is only one lady penalty me standing on the ground. So meaning say you man you know you had the opportunity to stand on your grounds to decline his offer. You people honoma onya bisa say et say follow me no mood in nature won bisa say where are we go tie kokun ana say ko dey no we follow now dey ko
mufti adba ko say we anka bibiri na say amaka say o yisu eduro
ebi mpo start ka ana lady ba ko bi mpo dey o si ni obi si ni pastor wa man wa professor is say obe wari broni interruption guy no approach ni and free say prophecy na abe mu no
na
Mr. Fatawu won say yenankasa no we've been program say I say you broni a so ni enya soft bi di ama broni inti no bebre na we convinced because of the color no and according to ebi mo say they just wanted to feel like they are also having an affair with broni because obi ohonuma akwakọ eti say broni na ba be penalty no ono no say obi sinaka say miso boy bi ana so oye broni so they just follow ebi mo so no with the exception be say obetimi aye link bi ama no na wetimi akọ Russia na say so it's a whole lot but say obeka say that moment na
but me pa there I don't know other people say me to kwan ko baby krana enye Russia I don't know ebia nkrofo ebia ni taste
yes
but me dear baby me way any dey minim any dey be kinkan any omo call her students ade a omo kom they are not friendly like that and weather no so terrible
yes
but me name say I want to only say okay I believe most of them they were convinced say we be able to aboa me na me na to akọ the crew no free Russia
send obi see ya the pastor aka chen so be ware broni
if we be damage
Baraka FM.
me feel say on say say extra careful especially this time my woman me pa they say we are back there and you are in public and I say upi kwa abontia she lady na wo kan no de me so metie no and when I listen to her me see out of 100 there you her type no there baby ya we dey do baby say and I say moment I omo there it's only few that can do what she the courage she use
and
because I don't kan o say na me name me dey ochi
and omo ko tumi say omo mbezi e Ghana ha say omo aba Ghana na omo fi abroche I think UK na omo won omo aba Ghana
but married or say no
intini ye ka say we mo ebi won so hunger any poverty ni na se for no Mr. Fatawu there is one video bi so oba no ankasa drive e ba ho no oba na kasa na drive
say yes ehia no
crime hu sa video no
oh god and there's a video was stopping mami a okitamba 3 later on mami ne ba hotel ko In the Telegram there was a lot, but it seems Sam George the communicate by with delete video bia. And one thing is, enye Africa hankwa abroche nyina.
Oh yes, I did.
Mbrewa anyway nyina. Telegram group ni there. I was inside, so I saw it. But the private one, that one you pay $5 before, and I will not pay that kind of money
business.
to enter. So that is the only the if you honor my but the Ghana for ni there.
Say o krum hand say America for order say abotire ka emfa ne mra dia. Abranti enimini say order say Russia for emfa ne mra because it's not like ebia emfa ne say ehia ye. Ntin bibisa na fa ne mpacho a chop na say ka no. We are always on the begging mentality. We should be able to stand our ground say ade awaye no say the enuko betimi ama ye betimi order say oh the ambassador who's in this country kwa no ebia no out of a nejuma no wanya de wamwa the relationship between Ghana and Russia kwa na ebetwi na so kwa you can go that far because say omo so bibi so
yes
but here na ebia bibi base here we don't really care intimidate me Sam George ni issue how can say odebeko court ni there me for so but I think it has to go beyond that.
But one issue I may hope is any force. So it's alleged that the guy is HIV.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping say a false news. By alleged news and also know it's been
no even without test. No say a juma or any dia. You don't need to even test to confirm say positive or negative. I don't know whether you get where I'm coming from. Say idea sound or two coin like other places. And OS idea HIV, how do you get it? You only get it when you...
Me show a video back okra lady needs soon or see you had sex with me, you didn't pay me without protection.
There be now sebi oba no so na no uni answer sebi
osasus
you are having an affair with a stranger one man woni why you didn't be affair na oba catch say unprotected we affair na and this issue ni there ye man no na e be catch am see e be man na ni ada ho ye ni yakwa nka o be catch o de e be fa talking stage be 3 years ansana
but ebi won so mo the numbers ni man no ba o mo di na echi. They just gave out their numbers just to avoid him.
Mr. Fatawu, the videos that I saw on the man's
are you under any obligation to give somebody you don't know your number?
Oh, girls baby, me cry my bida. Obi boys ni bi wo ho no obedi we chisa ba wo the number no man na.
And me can say it is your right. If you feel uncomfortable, why should I give you your number? My number.
Just
that should not be the position because number na woman e be say bia e sikaduro so na say bibi na o use here what the number I say to me the number can easily attract you because that's what we believe in. I don't believe in that anyway.
Yes.
Because as Africans they only say we dey be din kita ho as far as you allow your number or something that is about you to get to that person's hand there the possibility say obetimi anya easily no is easy.
Yes. And I get back go back out so man any number but when the nature you know we be saying say dey turn the number no man at the first place but according to her no see no ordinate enye on kwampo no na mo ye 3 but no ordinate nti ana o se oni Ghana po by ordinate Ghana number e man no se na be obejai so ordinate
you go explain tire
first time I meet this idea na me njin dey say enukure wo
na we say nsem no cross our videos ni na see January ni December mo ho
just imagine
but afa na internet no ama friend say amanfo
you waiting for say nkoma ayedi no nkoma ayedi ni de bibia do no differently me say bia mo amutie no person mo so person mo share mo view say bia man say una wa share abranti we dey number be man na anasa obedi ni chako hotel na kwan ben so na obetimi osu obetimi standing on your grounds ka se dabi mi name no anasa den kwa na mini ekoe ni nyina no betimi atire mo adwen. Yes, you can call us on 0553052363 0553052363 na yentimi ending kom na entie muso mo adwen because media me feel say at least whatever it is no say nipa de o abontin a ontimi encourage yourself na ehun se ufurifie ene o abontin but say e bia o kona saa de a ebe hadwin pa because ebeti no e bia na bibi esi strangely bibre na etasi o se okudwuma o na yakọ hu hotel dan o se o ni o ba bi just like that nti say enyina enya hwe
see when there Mr. Fatai ladies Ghana man sisi ane there even ya mbema na ye wa hase ni kra no boys be say as a man there just get a car own a car keke and the ladies man kasa
not
one
even
on
rent the car
do mu chira say wo car they start to follow you majority
na o ka kwa uni fie kra no problem
Mr. Fatai see it will be difficult for a lady to ask who will drive bema okitaka. It will be difficult for Oba to ask you money than me street me ankasa me na ye me trust cannot him keke no pokra no e plus the mouth ba me call dia Mr. we meet you frontal wig
ba me ti say ebi mu say man say
dem no bet na won try transportation ba wa won kita bi no transportation fee no
oji wig is cow me ho
eti for you Russian guys something na e ha unkomo no ntini musu betimi afre na ma chere madwin e fa very very terrible but madam for bakona ono that was I think that the second time and the third time kwa me meet say oka na say na branti ba asembe na awe krimuni so kasa sami say ende anka say fata say ka bisa o the ono can say they say the Russia 1 Ghana 0 nto no anyaya anka yenye the opposite it is yen ko hwehwe be ma obetimi akoro Russia ho onya wura ho a oba bi obehunu bia no on fani nda na ntika no no de ye ne yane se ene se wa ware pa dia anka ono e de anka obetika Mr. Fatai na miti ye no me say another I will can kwa de me it doesn't make sense to me sana bibia koso na audio analysis for social media so
jama boys ni nyina omo edwa line ni nyina ne say ye na ye wo ha na omo kire omo ho kire ye papa
Baraka FM
maybe wagene number 3 days time na ka chen say come and see me no hey and I didn't know bekasa wonye humi na nse ya humi nche bi na me ba be city wo den na me ba be
3 days after no
papa na
define
papa na define say we no cash and carry follow me no move follow o me say ye ko hefa
what's your name how are you how old are you follow me
just like that no omu di echire asama eda ho no
na oh say the one say is it that here before mine a problem na because why that even here kasa you can other countries or call and I don't think they even detect say because
on say na me can say ade we no is
because anke koso ho tia all back when they would have denied him from entry.
So one thing is say there was a video I think last year or say early this year TikTok video bi ana and guy be was talking about this
guy
Russian guy be wa baby pimu Ghana has ya juma bi odi but am for mo adwan kokko until say eba x
just no alert say
Twitter ye baby if asemi ba na omoka ho asema etai eku echiri tine eba x no or we beka say there is this Russian man post one video second video na fe there adena started say escalate since Thursday na yesha say Thursday
by then woko
oni Ghana ansa na man for air fine ne Telegram no mu kwako hu videos na ho no omo pull videos na ba so the videos wasn't recent it was last year early this year
December January
no so that's what brings to mind ntino oba na moya ware for na BBC AC no when they return home did they discuss with their husbands or they left until when the videos are coming up because if you are in a relationship no you have challenge e wa bontin no buy and who can want me I'm convincing you say unfortunately no this is what transpired say maybe you clear yourself but watch my video abe no be can dia
say nipa guy na nkasa nye say bia okita phone na bibisa na oye video no nti obi o ho sa na onim say bibisa beba out
spectacles
metaglass
in chance you know there is camera
recording to they all can they
take high quality pictures and videos
into videos ni nyina onu ni face ni show imba no nko a
but we kware camera kwan so ka de anka bet me dey deal because recording someone without the person's knowledge and consent very serious
criminal criminal offense. You know, I don't need a few on ma.
No, me so dear, Muslim ni be man na you we kan ho na so be jano. Me de so tie yam pa de mechanic sanka onya abotere na omun confirm free lady ne boss no omu yen hwehwe mu. Man in job.
Me won say ade ne sisi ano boss ni ntimi nya hwe o. Because the echoes wo inside honum no, you don't know.
Ba wo musa ba won say lady ni see.
Was it 10 minutes or 10 or 15 minutes?
Okra ne boss no. O free honum so sanso frɛ no na omun confirm wo lady ni boss no ho say no cra na.
Cra na say cra na problem no. Hotel na we ras sisi ano na problem sisi ano.
Business na.
Baraka FM.
See video about sisi say it's true. They had something doing now. Then we can sisi.
Well,
me issue ni say why did you go there at the first place? Who say Obama ni pani dan hotel ho no nye dan. Me ni pani pie na wo nko kire na say friend say open place na mo beti na mo discuss.
You should insist. You should insist because some of you nkwa there anything can happen.
Because you feel me sure say so racial man we oshiawa inka wo fi no say na wo ka no the more you can go is to give him your number and move and go. So nti no mo no they fall into the victim no me ntwe omo nim ze no I friend say lesson dia mo
and again you for you to be with the person in an enclosed place. I will be in your now and again you know say
no
your hotels in so they also have to come in
receptionist no kro musi ba akokan
what can say there is one hotel manager
as
okache ni say ni we nei ni nyedwuma eno me nyehwe say Ghana ha okache ni say ni we ni nyedwuma e fa ni microwave ni nyedwuma na me ka say obawo na wa be hwe microwave no na one wo kasa sebi o san kisi na se for wa gogo no ho na me be say hotel manager we electrician
say bi okwa check ansa na okwa fe
obi a wo check na ni panic
Baraka FM.
the videos are there. Mr. Fatawu Kisimba ntimi they can't resist.
No, akayo kwa oya worry for no guy na nkasa Russian and so
me onye sure.
But me hu video bin so TikTok say minim say no credit lady B so ye bro ne hu say ne sister o sun say ne brother no ne video say likini then they will go ebusani ni mase but me nya sure say
true won say ebedu Ghana ha say na amanfo Adekye hu ne picture nkasa because there is one video bi ana oni oba na ko hotel no oni Ghana for dey hia ne say omu dey efe no mo yi phone sisi ana mo ye snap nti no o video no di guy na chi ti guy ne tene ne ho kakra no mu ne ni na ma amanfo
otimi okay
omunya ne nim na afi no omukọ ye diggings afi omunya ne pictures ankasa nya sa dia
anka ye hu ni kwa
enya sa dia nti na no but one thing is say abrofu nyina odi yomo abrofu nyina fiti or start fiti Russia and now they ababe pm we e fe say
see ade we show bi no she space no ne o kasa
there enu what a space or no space no me feel say you have to principle and na be me gina say at least wo pia kwa abantin kwa hwe nkwala kwa de ne kane ni kwa de wo say e bia kwala na yesuma na so opi abantin na o de agorkra na obitimi cheniska obitimi man biscuit and toffee. But I say no, yama because of the say we are say hu. Akwara de kokora no catch say hey, who kono obi mo bibi amenje.
Nipa ne friend okra onji
na. Akwara no. What about you an adult? You are yourself. You should be able to take care of yourself. Na be say you cannot make up your mind. And
and this thing before from be new we be about betu ho no ma. Sisi no the mentality of our ladies are sisi most of our most of our ladies. He said, actually, the kind of ladies are yekita with this system. So you can have a wife and you're not serious because there were so many married women and you're back when you so many married women. And one thing is if the Obiso are you married? I'm gonna say Debbie. Wow. Yeah, they did.
Or see, are you married? No. Do you have a boyfriend? No. My boyfriend broke my heart.
Why are you ready for you? When who brought you? Ninya mean abano.
Just imagine. Maybe a only boyfriend quite be a much chess move worry crana. Idea who can cry it means that you are not even.
It seems that Nipada so I ready to or no up brony dada. It's bro only who brony now will be Pia we deny you and found.
Now when him said lady na oka say ni sofo ka chen so be ware sofo no. Guy be ba out o soon o ye video no soon say no na hwe no school. We di lady na chi san 4 years ni lady no man no akonya no so in there.
Just imagine. Yeah, mentality no. Say na can self discipline. Self discipline.
Nipa person o worry no. Ono wa.
I school. Edi we chi 4.
Na Mr. Fata ye ni ha say na ye hwe obi school obi we no aka so onye ne size.
The name rekura ye.
Na we hu obi a ono fi ni hotel so ye fe. Hotel ni kama pa me be ma kra me edu be na ma fall.
But I think in pursuing this case, the hotel, so I don't know whether you agree with me, say almost no crime based no omanyade. Because is it one hotel that all of them went to, and that's a different hotels.
The difference in say me who say Kenya dey any different from Ghana dey no. But Ghana dey mostly ladies in Ghana one who a obehu akrama honom because before the video surroundings and Eben so he's just across this place. No makoba Mr. Fatai obi na wa beji hotel nipa dey beba bia no
we twa oka wa
say onyama be say bibi
and like people coming like that without saying
Mr. Fatai hotel
ladies no so
because this is an international person, he is coming from outside. Into hotel no should have some minimum how
Mr. Fatai hotel in Ghana has in Angasana I would say 70% of hotel is going to have fun time in a
fine, but if it is multiple they should be concerned. The managers of the hotel should be concerned. Say nipa abai emre bia no sara nkrofo ko eba
omo security no security is aware of nipa bia ebe mu eko bia
yes
into no hotel they don't know any problem. They are Ghana for omo kra omo chance apu almost sa into no do be hu ni se nisika no dey oje so aba beji ne be 2 months and 1 month
so nya so force no no de ni pe ewura
one thing no he didn't force them but you see no the government in here say video no a video without their consent no I will post no and only problem no
yes
you know now TikTok or nya to before and after or nya to YouTube page or but Telegram there no na no there baby anyoma no koso no naked pictures or naked videos you only that Twitter I was on X and I saw one I saw one before and after and you know guy no ajinkwa aseo kunkurukuru
yo I think from say NBC go for a short break na ya ba na ya satwa Jumadi no so enkomo de e ho bebre
Baraka FM